Hello and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a reading for the Scorpio personality for the month of May. So looking at the general energies, themes coming up for you, breakthroughs, things to look forward to, and guidance to navigate these energies. So I'm going to be using the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot Deck to do the reading, and I'm also going to use Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle Deck for some additional guidance at the end of the video. And if you do like either of these decks, the links in the description the links for the links for these cards will be in the description below, so you can get some for yourself. Okay, so starting with main themes for Scorpio. I know you guys have just had a full moon in your sign. How was that for you? Let me know in the comments. Pretty intense one, wasn't it? Okay, so main themes from, oh, hello. Do you know what? 3 just came out and I think I'm gonna use those 3. So thank you for that. I feel like they all want to come out. Interesting. Love this. Okay, so I'm going to show you the cards first and then I'm going to talk through what I'm seeing. So here we've got 8 of discs, or sometimes known as 8 of pentacles. 8 of pentacles, rather. Okay. Then we've got 9 of discs, gain. And here we have the devil. All right, so quite an interesting mix we've got here in terms of themes. So let's speak to this first card, the 8 of discs. So this card to me often feels like it's a very hard-working card. It's Sun in Virgo, if you can see that little glyph at the bottom there. And yeah, like it's potentially you're going to be working quite hard this month with this card here and like sort of attending to the details. So Virgo is very much about, yeah, the details, tending to like the day-to-day. Virgo rules the 6th house in astrology, which is our day-to-day habits, health, and like looking at, you know, the more granular rather than the bigger picture type stuff. So May could be quite a sort of, yeah, like chipping away at stuff kind of month. We have also got one of my favorite cards, 9 of discs, gain. I love this card so much. I love it so much that it's actually the background on my phone, like this exact image, because I like to see it subconsciously, like in my brain, if you know what I mean, like just sort of catching it every so often. Anyway, so let's talk about it. So this card, yeah, speaks of a few things. It can either be that like you've been working quite hard at something and now you're going to see the fruits of your labor this month. So that's exciting. You've also, if you did some shadow work in your sign, you know, for this full moon, then I often find that when we do shadow work, like after that, really cool stuff starts to happen because we've like cleared away some of the unconscious material that was stopping us from gaining the things that we actually want. So if you've done shadow work, then you might start seeing that. And even if you haven't, the card is still here anyway. So yeah, something to be gained here. Another additional meaning I always get from this card is that there's a need to focus on the bounty that is already here. So it's like noticing, you know, being grateful, so having like a gratitude practice, and sort of trying to be in the vibration of that of which you are trying to call in. So just to give an example to kind of illustrate this point. So if I wanted more money, for example, but I'm like saying, oh, I don't have enough and I'm in a lot of scarcity, then that's not going to attract more money. Like I need to be in the vibration of having more money. Does that make sense? So like I might start looking at my account and being like, I'm grateful for the money that is already there, you know? And I'm saying money because it is a discs card, and look at like there's so many coins on it. It like just it really speaks of money. So I'll just use money as an example. But obviously this could apply to other things. It's like, if we want more of something, we can't focus on how we don't have it. We need to focus on what we do want. It's like we get more of what we focus on. I feel like this card often speaks to. So there's just something here about like being in that vibration. And like that's why gratitude is helpful, because it helps us get into that vibration of like seeing what's already here and noticing what's good, and like looking at money miracles, you know, like, oh, like I found 20 quid in my pocket, or like something like that. Like that's the kind of thing like to just take notice of, and then you attract more of that kind of synchronicity happening. So that whenever I pull this card, it's like reminding me to do that and to look around and see like, yeah, the bounty that is here. And then we've also got the devil, which is very interesting. So again, when like the devil card often speaks of like succumbing to temptation, addiction, and like generally just sort of, okay, honestly, I'll say how it comes up for me when I pull this card, and like the meaning I get is like, where are you slacking off a little bit? So it's interesting because we've got this sort of like hard-working, going to be a sort of hard-working kind of month and chipping away at things, but there might be a little bit of temptation here to just be like, yeah, just sack it off. I don't want to do it. But whenever the devil shows up for me, it's always like, you made an agreement, you decided to do, you made a commitment to something, and we need you to follow through. Because I think people get a bit freaked out by the devil card, but it's actually like, I often see it as like the loving, it's like a weird thing to say, but like the loving father figure, because this is the goat of Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is like the father of the, so it's Capricorn is the father of the zodiac, where Cancer is the mother. So it's like the stern and not always what you want dad, father, that's sort of like, hey, you said you would do this, you need to follow through on your commitments, like, come on, I know it's tough, but keep going, you will be rewarded for this, you'll be rewarded for this, the gain is going to come, but we have to keep going. So there's a little bit of that this month. Okay, so big breakthroughs for Scorpio, please. Ooh. Ooh, I like this. Okay, 2 fell out there. So another one of my favorite cards. Okay, so we've got Knight of Wands and Lust. Okay, so let's speak to this one first. So Knight of Wands, with it being a big breakthrough, it's going to be easy. It's actually, in some ways, despite the fact that the devil's here, we're going to be able to go forth. Plans are going to go ahead. So it's like things are happening, and it's going to be like easier to take action. Like, and take, actually it's more, to be honest, not so much about taking action. It feels more like we're going to be able to take more risks. Yeah. That maybe you've needed courage to do something, and with this being a breakthrough, it's like, because I always think this card is like the leap card. If you look at him, he's literally like leaping. So there's going to be more courage this month to take some risks if you've needed to take some risks. Does that resonate? Hopefully that resonates for somebody. Yeah, because you've got the go ahead now to do that. That's what that feels like. Oh, I love that. And then we've got Lust here. And I love this card so much. It's Babylon riding the 7-headed beast, if you can see that. It's a very strange looking lion, and there's 7 heads on it. And I love Babylon so much. I've actually like made a piece of artwork like specifically to this card because I love it like so much. And I work with Babylon as well, and doing sort of rituals around that. But anyway, so Babylon is like the whore, but like Babylon like knows what she wants, and she's shamelessly just like, it's courage. Actually, it's this same kind of thing that's coming up here. Like, she knows how to get, no, let me rephrase that. She is unapologetic in her desire. Like, it's lust, right? Look at her. She's just like, I want what I want, and she has absolutely no like qualms going after what she wants and having courage and just being like her brave sort of lustful self. She lusts and desires after things, and she's just like totally okay with it. And I think I love that energy, because I think in our culture it's very like, oh no, don't be too big or don't be too loud. And this card is ruled by Leo, and Leo is like a big energy, right? It's like, look at me, like, and they're unashamedly just like, look at me. So there's something here about like just being unapologetic and having courage and just like going for it. I love, like, maybe it's been hard for you to do that, but now you're going to see that coming through this month. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so something to look forward to for Scorpio, please. Yeah, it's very fiery. There's lots of reds and orange on those cards. So just like, yeah, being unapologetic in who you are and what you want and your desire. Desire is the big thing. As soon as I said that, I went 11-11. I'm not joking. All right. Okay. Desire. What do you desire? Go after your desires. Be unashamed in it. Okay, so something to look forward to. There it is. Actually, there's a few there. Is that too many? And maybe put those back and see if one comes back out. Usually it does. Yeah, maybe one more actually. Okay, so something to look forward to, Prince of Wands. It feels similar, honestly, like all this Wands energy. It's going to be easy to go after what you want this month. That's what it feels like. Yeah, like it's just going to be easy for you to charge forth and take action. Kind of. It's more about being bold, though. I'm just repeating the same thing. It feels the same message, to be honest. And then here we've also got the Aeon. So in the Rider-Waite Tarot, this is known as the Judgment card. And it often speaks of like needing to either make a decision or a step being taken. Yeah. A step being taken. Like, so something to look forward to is that you're going to take the step. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. It's like so clearly saying like a step is going to be taken this month. Yeah, nothing more to say about that. Kind of said that a lot. Okay, so guidance, please, for score. Oh my gosh. Again, a bit too many there. I'll pop those back. Guidance for Scorpios, please. Again, so many jumping out. Jumping out. See one, please. Just one. Or maybe two. There it is. That came out before, so I'll take that. 4 of Wands, completion. So with this being guidance, this is the card of celebration. Like, celebrate. See how far you've come. Recognize your achievements. Because we've got this 8 of discs here. And we've got, 8 of discs and 9 of discs. A lot of earth energy actually in the top row there. Like, you've been working diligently at something and now it's like celebrating, you know? So there is a need to celebrate this month and to recognize how far you've come and see, yeah, it feels like something quite tangible, something to celebrate that you have achieved this month. And just, again, like, just be really shameless in it. Just be like, just throw a party. I don't know, like, it feels like there's something here about just really having fun and just being like again, Babylon energy is like, if you're interested in this, is sort of feel like this is resonating for you and that's piquing your curiosity, look up Babylon. Like, interesting character, definitely. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull some more cards from the Work Your Light deck for additional guidance for Scorpios. I love this reading for you. It's so fun. I'm Scorpio moon, so I'm hoping this is also true for me. It's also worth checking your sun, moon, and rising for these readings. I'm going to give it a really good shuffle first. I feel like it needs it. Ooh, so additional guidance, please, for Scorpio. There it is. Yeah. What messages want to come through for May for those watching? Yeah. One more, please. Oh, gosh. That's for one. I got like 10. Okay, 2 came out, not 10. I'll take those 2. All right, so we've got here Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Yeah. Leader. Knight of Wands. Leading with passion. Leading with passion. That's what this card speaks of as well. It's another meaning. So when it's like King of Cups, it's like leading with love. When it's Knight of Wands, it's, well, King of Wands. Sometimes in traditional tarot, it's King of Wands. This is Knight in this deck. Leading with passion. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? There's something about maybe needing to, take charge this month, be a leader, and be an inspiration to other people is actually what I'm getting here. Like, you're being called to inspire others through your magnetic energy. This is also a Venus card. Venus speaks of being magnetic. I mean, Venus speaks of loads of things, but I won't get super deep into that right now. But Venus is a very magnetic energy. Like, she's very attractive in that people are just like, wow, like I want to be around her because she's just like so enticing. So something about being really enticing and just like magnetic. Interesting. Then we've got here, what is your soul calling you to do? Answer the call. So again, it feels a little bit similar about how you're being called to step up and lead. There's a calling here that's asking for you to pay attention this month. You might already know what it is. Some of you already know, and it's just about answering it and saying yes. Taking the leap, say yes. Here we've also got protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Yeah. So if it starts to feel this energy coming in, this kind of devil, like just sort of wanting to escape, call your power back. Call in some help. If you look on the card here, you're like, no. Calling in helpers, being protected, protecting your energy and like coming back to your power again, because it is a powerful month for you. There's a lot of powers being asked. So it's just like, sometimes I often feel like, I feel compelled to tell you this, this story. So I'm often called to lead. Like, that's one of my jobs, missions on this, soul mission, right? And I often jokingly call myself a reluctant leader, because sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want the responsibility, no. But I know my soul is meant to be a leader. And I often have to do this kind of work to be like, no, like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is the truth. And it is about not kind of shying away and like answering the call, taking the step, taking the leap. Now, having said all of that, we've also got quite a nice message. Not that that's not nice, but just, easier message, let's say. Take a break. This card has come up in most of the readings, actually, for the sort of May readings. A life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. And because we've got here like the Four of Wands, it feels very much like you do need to celebrate how far you've come. Four in tarot, fours, all of the fours are some kind of rest point. So it's like, or like some kind of reprieve. Reprieve is probably the accurate word, where we look back and take stock of things a little bit. Maybe we rest, maybe we like just sort of, instead of jumping onto the next thing, we like take a moment to just sort of see how far we've come and like rejoice and celebrate that, and just like, yeah, take a break as needed. So it doesn't feel like as like, yes, there is some stuff to do this month, but just like don't burn yourself out at the same time. Like just be mindful of not overdoing it, really. Yeah. So I love that this message is here as well, because it does feel like you've got some action stuff to do, but it feels very much like take action, but like really just be in your like desire and lust, and like let things come to you and be the magnetic vibration rather than entirely just pushing forth and making stuff happen. It's like just, you know, attract instead, and it's a little easier. Okay, so I think that's everything for the Scorpio personality. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you did enjoy that, please feel free to like and comment. I love hearing what's going on for you and how the full moon was for you as well. And if you want more content like this going forward, subscribing is the best way to get more. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.